Mysterious disappearances that remain unsolved. Hey there, mystery lovers. Thank you for stopping by our channel, Weird World Facts, where we bring you the most interesting, weird, and awe-inspiring information from around the world. Have you ever heard of a disappearance that simply can't be explained? Well, in this video, we're going to take a look at the most puzzling and mysterious disappearances in history. From famous aviators to ordinary hikers, these cases continue to baffle investigators and keep us guessing. So buckle up and get ready for a wild ride. Disappearance of Amelia Earhart. In 1937, Amelia Earhart, a renowned aviator and feminist icon, attempted to circumnavigate the globe. She had already achieved numerous aviation records, including being the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic. However, her final voyage proved to be the most enigmatic and contentious. On July 2nd, Earhart and her navigator, Fred Noonan, departed from Lae, New Guinea, with the intention of completing the remaining 7,000 miles of their journey, concluding in California. As they approached Howland Island, their destination, they encountered communication issues and were unable to locate the landing strip. Despite efforts by the U.S. Coast Guard and the battleship U.S. Colorado, Earhart and Noonan's last radio transmission stated their fuel was running low and that they were flying at 1,000 feet. After that, all communication ceased. Although an extensive search was conducted by the U.S. Navy and Coast Guard, no wreckage or conclusive evidence was found to explain the disappearance of Earhart and Noonan. Despite several theories that have emerged over the years, the vanishing of Amelia Earhart remains one of the most perplexing mysteries of the 20th century. A medical student's mysterious disappearance. Brian Shaffer, a brilliant and driven medical student who was popular among his peers and professors at Ohio State University. One evening, after wrapping up his exams, Brian joined his friends for a night of celebration at the Ugly Tuna Saloona, a popular bar in Columbus, Ohio. The night progressed with drinking and socializing until the bar closed at 2 a.m. That's when things took a strange turn. Brian's friends searched for him, but he was nowhere to be found. They grew increasingly concerned and reached out to the police when they hadn't heard from him by the next morning. Surveillance footage revealed that Brian had entered the bar with his friend, but there was no footage of him leaving. Despite an extensive investigation, no evidence has ever been found to explain his disappearance. This baffling case has left investigators and Brian's loved ones with more questions than answers. How could he have vanished from a bar with only one entrance and exit and a high level of surveillance? The mystery of Brian's disappearance continues to haunt those who knew him and leaves us with a chilling reminder that even the most mundane moments of our lives can be shrouded in darkness and uncertainty. The visionary filmmaker who disappeared without a trace. Louis Le Prince, a visionary French inventor, was a man who was ahead of his time with a passion for creating moving pictures. He was renowned for inventing the world's first moving picture camera, but his revolutionary work was cut short by a mysterious disappearance on September 16, 1890. Le Prince had been en route to Paris from Dijon to showcase his invention to the French Academy of Sciences. But when his train arrived, he had vanished without a trace, leaving behind nothing but his luggage. Theories abound about what could have befallen him. Was he the victim of foul play, or did he stage his own disappearance? Some suggest that his work on moving pictures may have played a role, leading him to uncover something he wasn't supposed to, while others think industrial espionage or political intrigue might be at play. Despite years of investigation, the case remains unsolved, and Lee Prince's story continues to capture the imagination of people all over the world, making it one of the most fascinating mysteries of the modern era. Roanoke Island's Lost Colony. The Lost Colony of Roanoke is one of the most perplexing mysteries in American history. In 1587, a group of over 100 settlers, led by John White, arrived on Roanoke Island, eager to establish a new English colony in the New World. However, things didn't go as planned. Despite initial optimism, the colony faced numerous hardships, including hostile relations with the local Native American tribes and a lack of resources. In 1588, John White returned to England to gather more supplies and reinforcements for the struggling colony, leaving behind his wife, daughter, and granddaughter. Unfortunately, White's return was delayed by several years due to various circumstances, including the outbreak of war between England and Spain. When he finally returned to Roanoke Island in 1590, he was greeted with a horrifying scene. The colony had completely vanished, with no signs of struggle or violence. All that remained was a single word carved into a tree: Croatoan. This mysterious message provided no clues as to what had happened to the missing settlers, and to this day, their fate remains a mystery. The perplexing case of the Yuba County Five. The Yuba County Five has baffled investigators and intrigued the public for decades. This enigmatic case began in 1978 when 5 young men, all with developmental disabilities, set out on a road trip from Yuba City, California, to see a basketball game. The group never made it to their destination, and the mystery deepened when their abandoned car was found in the remote Sierra Nevada mountains. Despite an extensive search, no trace of the men was ever found. The disappearance of the boys has captivated the public's imagination, and numerous theories have been put forward, but none have been able to solve the perplexing puzzle of what happened to these 5 young men. Even personal belongings and a Forest Service trailer were discovered, but no one knows their fate. The unsolved mystery of 3 missing women in Springfield. Back in 1992, a celebration quickly turned into a nightmare for Cheryl Levitt, her daughter Susie Streeter, and Susie's friend Stacy McCall when they disappeared from their home in Springfield, Missouri, without a trace. It was the last time anyone saw the trio. The morning after, a friend of the women went to check on them at their home, only to find the front door unlocked and the women missing, leaving their personal belongings behind, including their purses, cars, and even Levitt's medication. Despite an extensive police investigation, no leads or suspects ever surfaced, making this one of the most enigmatic, unsolved mysteries in American history. Theories range from abduction to foul play, but none of them have ever been supported by concrete evidence. What adds to the intrigue is the absence of any signs of a struggle or forced entry, and the women's cars remaining parked in the driveway. It's almost as if they disappeared into thin air. This case is not only perplexing, but also haunting, leaving many to wonder what really happened to these 3 women on that fateful night in 1992. The unsolvable mystery of the Sodder family. The mysterious disappearance of the Sodder children on Christmas Eve of 1945 is a chilling and heart-rending story that has perplexed investigators for decades. George and Jenny Sodder, along with 9 of their 10 children, were fast asleep when a loud bang and rolling on the roof startled them awake. They dismissed it as just the wind and went back to sleep. But soon after, Jenny woke up to the smell of smoke. The family tried to escape the flames, but their efforts were thwarted by missing ladders, a broken-down truck, and a stuck window. Only George, Jenny, and 4 of their children managed to escape the inferno, leaving the other 5 to perish in the fire. However, strange events following the tragedy led the family to question whether their children had truly died in the fire. Discrepancies in the investigation, such as the lack of human remains found in the ashes, and the phone lines being cut, fueled their doubts. Moreover, a woman was reportedly seen stealing objects from the fire scene in the early morning hours after the fire had been put out. The Sodders hired private investigators and dug up the site themselves, but to no avail. In 1968, they received an unexplained photograph of a young man who looked like their son, Louis. Despite their tireless efforts, the fate of the 5 Sodder children remains a mystery to this day, giving rise to endless speculation and theories, ranging from mafia involvement to kidnapping. The story of the Sodder family is a haunting and enigmatic one, leaving viewers riveted and wondering about the truth behind the tragedy. The enigmatic disappearance of the Flannan Isles keepers. Prepare to be spooked by the eerie and mysterious Flannan Isles tale. In 1900, 3 expert lighthouse keepers, James Ducat, Thomas Marshall, and Donald MacArthur, vanished without a trace from a remote Scottish island known for its unpredictable weather and treacherous waters. The disappearance was discovered by a passing ship that noticed the lighthouse lamp wasn't lit during a stormy night. When a search party reached the island, they found the locked lighthouse empty except for an overturned chair in the kitchen, cryptic entries in the logbook, and a table set for breakfast. The logbook entries read, "Storm ended, sea calm. God is over all, and we have had a bad time. The men have been crying. This morning the storm passed away, and the sea is calm. I am going to turn in now." No one knows what happened to the lighthouse keepers, and their vanishing act remains unsolved to this day. Was it a rogue wave, foul play, or something supernatural? The Flannan Isles mystery is a haunting tale that reminds us of the fragility of life and the power of the unknown, and it continues to captivate and intrigue audiences for generations. And there you have it, the mysterious disappearances that have left investigators and loved ones baffled for years. What do you think happened to these missing individuals? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more content like this in the future.